and they called him Safety Joe. Safety Joe.
Safety Joe.
Safety Joe.
Safety Joe.
What do you say? What do you know?
Hey everybody, so today we're going to do a little geocaching safety tips video because we can always be more safe. If you're a new geocacher, you can learn some safety tips, or even if you're an old geocacher, I had a lot of really good responses from people who gave me some funny stories and some scary stories and little geocaching tips. So I am going to give you some tips I got from the community, and then me and Dylan will give you some tips we have of our own too. So I will put the geocaching name down below, like movie magic, of the person that said this, because I don't think I can pronounce this one. It's Daryvafder. She said, bring your first aid kit. And the reason she said this was because she actually needed hers once. And for real, she said she was so upset because birds flew out of a nest. She fell backwards down a rocky embankment and she scuffed up her wrist. And she actually needed her kit and it was in the car. So that was really great that she had it with her. And I actually had a comment underneath it that said, make sure to include Benadryl in your kit, because you don't know if you're gonna get stung by something or bit by something that you didn't know you had an allergy to. So that's always a good thing to add to your kit. Then Lady Cache, she says, know your limits and be aware of your surroundings at all times. It is okay if you get to a cache and you think, I can't get that. It's 6 feet up in a tree, it's way over my head, it's something I don't feel comfortable walking on, it's rocky embankment, you didn't think it was gonna look like that. And I think I'm gonna have to start over because Dylan is like falling asleep in the back. I really am gonna start over.
I'm sorry. I was
like, don't just like get comfy in the back. Okay, I won't start over. But know your limits. Like, it's no shame to come back a different day when you've got a partner with you geocaching, or you have like someone you know can help you out, or you have the right equipment you need. SK Poindexter, she says the number one thing she does is never cache alone. And I've gotten some feedback before that says, you know, don't let your fear of things justify like not doing your caching. And I understand that, like I really do. Like, you're going out there to experiment and find new things and have an adventure, but it doesn't mean that you can't be safe about it. I personally always geocache with that guy, or you've seen Carol, or you've seen other friends or family, and I just feel more comfortable doing that. Plus, it's a lot more fun. And everyone will tell you geocaching in a group is a lot more fun than geocaching alone. Pathfinder 12 says a bunch of stuff. So I'll give you the rundown. She was very helpful. And when I said, wow, there's so many great tips, she said, you know, life teaches you lessons. So she says, wear bug spray, take a walking stick, try not to just stick your hand into the unknown, let someone know where you are, mark your coordinates of your vehicle if you're hiking off trail, wear solid non-slip shoes. And she says that she agrees with stay aware of your surroundings, because she was almost hit by a car once while she was trying to find a geocache because they ran a red light. Yeah. Oh, that's really scary. Don't do that. Don't get hit by a car because you're geocaching. And you know, they shouldn't have ran a red light, but you've got to be aware as well. Allie Mae says one time she walked head first into a sign, so look out for signs. She said it was such a hard hit that her geocaching friend that was with her heard it in the car when the door was closed. She also says not to dig in with bare hands. She was with a fellow cacher who thankfully used a stick because they pulled out a black widow. And if you saw our last video, that is exactly what happened. We opened a geocache to a black widow. So be extra vigilant. I did get a tip from another friend of mine who said, wear gloves, have that in your geocaching kit, because you never know what you're gonna find that you don't wanna touch, like the black widow. So that's definitely a big one. And then I know a lot of like senior cachers would be very upset if we didn't talk about cache and carry. So that's where Dylan's gonna take over, because he's the gun man in the family. He's our cache and carrier. So movie magic, he'll be in the chair next before you know it.
Get comfy in my seat. Hi cachers, it's Dylan, here to talk to you today about cache and carry. I know this can be a touchy subject for some, but I have a few quick tips that might help you out if you're looking into carrying your firearm while geocaching. Start out with, know your laws. Laws vary wildly between the different states, and some cities even have their own local ordinances that govern the carry of a firearm. So definitely look those up before you go traveling. That in mind, also different venues and geocaching events, look those up ahead of time to see if they allow firearms on their property. Case in point, this past Geo Woodstock, they had signage up that did not permit the possession of firearms on property. So plan accordingly while traveling. That being said, national parks, if you're planning on going to a national park to geocache, you do need to know that that they do allow you to carry your firearm while in a national park. However, the buildings associated with that park are federal property, and you do need to know that you cannot carry in those. Now, for those that cannot or are not comfortable carrying a firearm, there are some other options. And these definitely also have their own rules and regulations that cover them. But some of these items are knives, mace, tasers, and even bear spray. And all these can be good options as long as you know how to use them. And that being said, y'all have a safe time and cache on.
Hey, I'm back, and I just want to say thank you to Dylan for doing our little cache and carry clip. And he was super nervous about it, so he's over there. He also has like the crud. So we did a bunch of takes, and there'd be a lot of really funny outtakes. So if you want to see that, just comment below and I'll make a little outtake video. I can also see all these comments coming up over and over from other people, and they're different tips. So we may be doing a round 2 of this, and I hope, you know, if you guys want to see that, that's cool, because I will have lots more tips on safety, because I keep getting really great tips from all of you guys. Find me on Facebook, find me on Twitter, comment down below your safety tips. I would love to hear them, because you can never get too many safety tips or even interesting or funny stories where you guys had to use a geocaching safety tip. And sorry I couldn't have you on the patio today because it was raining like cats and dogs. So you got our lovely living room instead. And oh, one more thing, I am wearing my Donut Trail shirt today because we got this at our last Geo Woodstock adventure. And I just want to remind you guys, I know it's super far away, but please log your will attend today. Log your will attend. Come to Geo Woodstock, meet all the geocaching vloggers and the geocaching bloggers and the radio talk show people and all your geocaching friends at Geo Woodstock, so you guys can see us all in person. We want to see everyone. I want to see everyone. And I will be taking all of my comments from both Facebook and from the comments below. And I will be entering everyone into a drawing, and in 2 weeks I will do a drawing for our safety hero comment. And when I do that drawing, then I will be sending out one of my buttons and a special letter to the winner. So if you want to enter, comment below, and carry on, cash on, have
And they
fun.
called him
Have a good
Safety
evening.
Joe.
Bye.
Safety Joe.
Safety Joe.
Safety Joe.
Safety Joe.